Hello children, I hope you all are comfortable and tucked in your bed as I come here to share this beautiful story with each one of you. Children, today I have brought a beautiful story which is written by Ruskin. The name of the story is The White Elephant. It's a beautiful story of a mother elephant and her son. Children, let's start the story. Long ago, when animals could talk like humans, a great herd of elephants lived in a forest near the Himalayan mountains. The finest elephant in the tribe was a rare white elephant. Unfortunately, the mother of this elephant was old and blind. Although her son gathered sweet wild fruits for her every day, he was often angry to find other elephants had stolen his mother's food. "Mother," he said, "it would be better if you and I were to go and live alone in a distant cave I have discovered." The mother elephant agreed, and for a time the two of them lived happily in a peaceful spot near a glade of wild fruit trees, until one evening they heard a loud cries coming from the great forest. "That is the voice of a man in distress," said the white elephant. "I must go and see if I can help." "Do not go, my son," said the mother. "I am old and blind, but I know the ways of human beings towards us. Your goodness will be rewarded with treachery." Children, treachery means the act of betraying someone, the act of misusing somebody's trust. That is treachery. So the mother said, "Son, I am old and blind, but I know the ways of human beings towards us. Your goodness will be rewarded with treachery." But the white elephant could not bear to think of anyone in trouble, and he hurried down to the lake in the direction of the cries, where he discovered a man who was a forester. "Don't fear me, stranger," he said. "Tell me, how can I help you?" The forester told the white elephant he had been lost for 7 days and nights and could not find his way back to Banaras where he lived. "Climb onto my back," said the elephant cheerfully, "and I will carry you home." The elephant carried the man swiftly through the forest until they reached open country. Then he left him on the outskirts of the city before returning to his cave. Now the forester was a greedy and cunning man, and he knew that before he left Banaras, the king's favorite elephant had died. The king would reward him richly, thought the man, if I captured this fine animal for him. He straightway asked for a royal audience. The king was delighted with the description of the white elephant. "I would love to possess such a fine creature. Go back to the forest with a band of my most skillful trainers, and if they succeed in capturing this rare elephant, you shall be rewarded." The forester had cunningly noted landmarks while riding back to Banaras, and he led the trainers to the lake where the white elephant was gathering bamboo stems for his mother's evening meal. When the elephant saw the forester with the band of trainers, he knew he had been betrayed. The forester had betrayed the trust of the white elephant. He tried to escape, but the trainers followed him and soon succeeded in capturing him. Then they led him through the forest and entered Banaras in triumph. The poor mother elephant, waiting for her son to return, felt certain that he had been captured. "What shall I do without him?" she cried. "Who will bring me food and lead me to the lotus lake for water?" The heart of her son was equally heavy. "What will she do without me?" he thought. "If only I had listened to her advice." In spite of his unhappy look, the elephant found favor with the king, who declared he would ride no other animal. The elephant's stable was richly decorated in his honor, and the king rode him in the state through the city. But a few days later, the trainers came to the king in great distress, saying, "Your Majesty, the white elephant is very sick and will eat nothing." The king hurried to the stable, and when he saw the elephant's look of despair, he said, "Good animal, how you have changed! Why do you refuse to eat? Anything you wish will be granted to you." "Great king," answered the elephant mournfully, "all I desire is to return to my poor blind mother in the forest. For a while, she is alone and starving. How can I eat?" Now the king was a good man, and although he badly wanted the elephant for himself, he said at once, "Noble animal, your goodness puts mankind to shame. I give you freedom to return to your mother at once." The elephant thanked the king with loud trumpeting and left the city and went crashing back through the forest. When he reached the cave, he found to his joy that his mother was still alive. "Ah, my son," she said when he told her his story, "you should have listened to me. Human beings have always brought harm to our race." "Not all of them, mother," he said. "The king is noble and generous, or I should still be in his captivity." Let's forget the treachery of the forester and think only of the king's goodness. So children, in the same way, whatever good we do to others, it always stays around. Whenever we do good to others, good things happen to us. Let's all believe in kindness and generosity and spread the same thing around us. With this beautiful message, let's all of us go off to sleep and meet in some other story. Good night, children. Have a sweet dream.